See those palm trees? That's proof I'm in Sacramento, California on location here as I tackle the second half of my series here about questioning whether or not I'm an ethnocentric American. I've explained as a 7-year-old boy I went to my first foreign country being Canada, 10 years later Ecuador, and then just 3 years later when I was 20 to Trinidad and Tobago. We're trying to figure out if I'm an ethnocentric American. So the next foreign country I traveled to was Thailand. I went to Bangkok, specifically Nonthaburi, Koh Samui, Chiang Mai. I traveled all over the country, but those are the main three places I was. My motive in being there, I was a college student, and the guy next to me in the dorm next to me, his parents ran a Christian school in which if you could provide your flight there, they would take care of your room and board, and if you would be a teacher for them. So I did that 2 summers in a row. I loved it so much the first summer. I spent another summer there. So altogether, we could say I lived about 4 months altogether over 2 summers in Thailand, and not just in one specific place. So while I was there, the whole motive was I taught English. The first year I taught ESL, English as a second language. I dealt with all the grades in smaller groups, the ones who had specific troubles speaking English. I worked with them on sort of like a 1-to-5 ratio there to help them sort of catch up with their peers. The second summer, I flat out taught a 4th grade classroom. So the whole point was they wanted a native English speaker. As far as some of us were Canadian, some of us were American. I was part of the half that was American, and we taught them English. Now, what's interesting about the culture there is they are a Buddhist nation, yet these parents gladly sent their children. These parents gladly sent their children to a Christian school, knowing that we would teach them Bible classes and that sort of thing, because they knew that it would be native spoken English. It wasn't coming from someone whose first language was Thai and then English. So they did not mind at all, knowing that this was explicitly a Christian school, sending their kids there because that's how much they valued English. And see, that's the part of the story that seems perhaps ethnocentric, because again, it reinforces the fact that, oh, as an American who can easily get away with only speaking English, I was able to work 2 summers in Thailand, which is about as far away as you can get from the United States. And the commodity was what I already had, which was being a native English speaker. So, does that reinforce my ethnocentrism? Would be the question. Now also consider my motives. I feel that should be part, if you're going to judge me as an ethnocentric American, judge my motives in being there. Was I there simply just to go travel all the exotic, beautiful land that Thailand is? No. My main motive there was to serve others. And the superpower I had was my ability to speak English and to teach English, because my college degree is actually in English. So, is that ethnocentric of me? It's not like I was there just to be a tourist and just to go party and have a great time. And no, not at all. I was there to serve other people. So not only did I teach children, but I also taught adults there as well. In the afternoons, they'd have classes for adults. And what would happen is I would teach them conversational English, and then they would have a Thai speaker come in and kind of do kind of a wrap up in Thai to help all that happen. So that was a volunteer thing. I was not paid to do any of this. I did it for free room and board and for the experience to serve others in this environment. Okay? So now you get to be the judge based on what you've heard, knowing that in the summers of 2003 and 2004, I was serving others, teaching English in Thailand, where I never needed to speak Thai. I learned a little bit, Swadikap. I learned a little bit, Nit Noi, but I didn't really have to. I was there to teach English. So what do you think about that? Am I ethnocentric as an American? It's a big truck. Am I ethnocentric as an American in my motives and reasoning and being there? Did it simply only reinforce the fact that as an American, I can totally get away with just speaking English? If I were truly ethnocentric, though, that means that I believe that Americans are superior to Thai people, and not at all. Not at all. I do not think that Americans are superior to other nations at all. I think human beings are human beings and we're equal, no matter what our nationality or ethnic background. That's what I believe, but still, based on everything you've heard in this video, do you still believe that I am an ethnocentric American? You know what to do. Leave a comment right here.